Okay, so I made it to Shibu Onsen, and I can't check into my Ryokan until 3 o'clock, so I'm going to walk around here and find a place to eat. It's freaking snowing, which is pretty awesome. It's so quiet here. Look at this. It's 50 yen for a soft-boiled egg cooked in the onsen water. Oh, maybe that'll be lunch. I'm looking for a nice bowl of ramen right now because it's cold and I have a pretty big appetite. I'm not seeing any ramen shops yet. Look at this snow. Look at this snow. It's also nice to be alone. There's like nobody here. This is one of the onsens. It's kind of also nice to be forced to walk around town before I can even check in, so I have an idea of where all the bathhouses are. Here's an example of one of the bathhouses. They have men and women's, and I'll be coming here later on tonight, at least to one of these or a few of these. Looks like this might be an izakaya, maybe ramen. Ooh, looks like ramen to me. Look at this. This says ramen or hot pot. I'm gonna go give it a shot. This ramen is super hot. Gotta wait a little bit before I eat it, but look how delicious this is. What we got here is a Kaiseki dinner with a ton of dishes, including a hot pot. Look at that, beef and vegetables and sashimi, matcha soba noodles. In this pot here is a mushroom soup. This is a vegetable and fish dish. We got this sesame tofu here. We have wasabi flavored seaweed. We have salmon mixed with some kind of cream, I forget. We have a taro root with shiitake mushroom. Here we have basically a fermented radish with grapes and seafood. This is like a small cucumber. Not a cucumber, but like a cucumber in the shape of a football. It grows in the shape of a football. And believe it or not, there's more coming. There's tempura and dessert. coming after this. I'm going to start eating. This is a lot of food. That's all right. Ooh, I don't want to forget a couple things here. This is a Japanese plum wine. I tasted it. I'm going to save it for later, but it's really sweet and it's super delicious. And this is a local beer. Apparently, the brewery is just like an hour from here. There you go. Miyama Blonde. Tamamura Honten. Since 1805. Wow, that is an old brewery. I always like trying the local beer. And I also like watching local television. All right, I'm gonna eat this. Itadakimasu. It's so quiet here. The truth is, I don't think anyone else is staying in the ryokan that I'm staying in. And there are very few people in the town itself. The bathhouses in Shibu, they're not fancy, but they're old and cool. I tried out 4 of them. 2 of them were too hot for me to actually get in, and 2 of them were awesome. The best one by far, though, is the one here in the ryokan that I'm staying, Senshinkan Matsuya. One thing that I didn't realize that I was worried about was sleeping on the tatami mat. I thought I might not be comfortable sleeping on a harder floor. I slept so well last night, and I had good dreams. As you can tell, I'm wearing this yukata, and it's a full-length robe. The ryokan provides this for you to wear while you're walking along the street going from onsen to onsen. I had to Google, actually, if I was supposed to wear underwear under the yukata because I wasn't sure. And I'm glad I did, because initially I wasn't going to. And then I found online that yes, it is intended for you to wear your undergarments under the yukata. Is it a hard T or a soft T? Yukata? Yukata. That I don't know. There's so much I don't know. They're about to bring in a breakfast, which we'll see in a few minutes. That's it. I had a great time here. I loved watching Japanese television. It's pretty funny stuff. I'll throw in some clips. I mean, it's funny to me because I don't understand it. But, you know, to people living here in Japan, it's just television. And I'm sure some of it's funny, but I'm sure some of it's just regular. I happened to be watching a kids show, and so that was pretty funny. What else? I'm excited about this breakfast. I'm excited to go to Kyoto. This is it. Like half of my trip is over. I spent a few months planning this trip pretty obsessively, and it's already halfway done. I got 3 nights in Kyoto left. I got 3 nights in Osaka left. And then I'm going back home to celebrate Thanksgiving, to have a few days off, and then I'm going back to work. I think I hear them coming upstairs, so I'm gonna leave this vlog here, and we'll see you in a few. Okay, folks, here's breakfast. You got this whole thing of rice. You got yogurt, salad, a few of these small dishes with seaweed and some fermented pickles. Looks like you got a nice piece of fish here. They're cooking up an egg with some vegetables and some sausage here. Oh, that was a nice little bell sound. And she's coming back with coffee. And she poured me some tea here. They give you a lot of food in this ryokan. All right, I'm going to dig in. Okay, I'm getting down to the end of this breakfast here, and I just wanted to review a couple things. Mostly, the one thing I wanted to review was this guy. I thought it was like some kind of melon, but it's actually persimmon, which makes a lot of sense because on the way up on the train, I saw a ton of persimmon trees with so much fruit on them. I also saw a ton of apple trees, and the apples looked so big and so red. It was such a beautiful sight to see all this fruit growing on the trees. Anyway, this was breakfast at at the Ryokan.